Well, for more, we can cross to Washington and speak to our correspondent, Ketavan Gorjestani. Ketavan, what more can you tell us about this phone call?
Well, as you said, professional and substantive. Those were basically the first two words of a senior administration official who briefed us reporters about that hour-long call. But no fundamental changes in the dynamics that they've seen in the past couple of weeks. So no real movement there. The senior administration official insisted that the U.S., that Joe Biden was keen to leave that diplomatic door open, but he also admitted that they were clear-eyed about the prospects of diplomacy, the chances of success for the diplomatic path, given what they've been seeing on the ground from the Russian movements along that Ukrainian border. That said, they also insisted that given how high the stakes are right now, they had to give every chance for diplomacy with Russia to actually succeed. And that is why they're keeping that diplomatic channel open, that they're multiplying those calls between leaders, between foreign ministers, between the two teams, so that they can find a way out, despite the fact that they're also sticking to their assessment that there is a distinct possibility that there will be Russian military action in the coming days. So a sort of balancing act, if you will, from Washington between that desire for diplomacy to work, but also acknowledging the situation on the ground.
Yeah, the U.S. does seem to be bracing for an invasion in Ukraine. Ketavan, can you walk us through some of the actions that they've been taking?
There's definitely been an escalation, both in tone and in the announcements, the alarmist sort of tone and announcements that you've seen coming out of Washington. The latest one being this announcement by the Pentagon that they were removing 160 National Guard members that were in Ukraine since November to train Ukrainian force. They're being redeployed elsewhere in Europe. The Pentagon saying that this is out of an abundance of caution to protect the security of those National Guard members. But it is a clear sign of something that they've been saying all along. The Biden administration insisting we will not have troops in Ukraine to fight with the Russian if there is an invasion. And so they're making sure that there are no U.S. troops in Ukraine in case that actually happens. There was also this announcement from the State Department that they are now ordering all non-essential personnel from the embassy in Kyiv to evacuate. They're also moving some of the essential staff to positions, to embassies and locations more to the west, further away from that Ukrainian-Russian border. And the press briefing by the National Security Advisor, Jake Sullivan, on Friday was really very alarming, the most alarming we've heard from him, with that warning to Americans still in Ukraine: leave within the next 24 hours. We will not be able to come and get you in case there is a Russian attack. He talked about the possibility of aerial bombings, the possibility of a direct assault on the Ukrainian capital, but still insisted that the U.S. believed that Vladimir Putin had not made a decision as to how he would behave towards Ukraine.